Hey everyone, Rarity Dash here, and it's time for another reaction request. If you have a video that you'd like me to react to, check the description below. There's a link that'll take you to a Google document with all of the relevant information. So today we've got more Angry Video Game Nerd, and it's Beavis and Butthead this time. We're not saying it's for any one specific console in the title, so that's telling me it's probably going to be multiple games for various consoles again, which is always cool. And I think I have played one of the Beavis and Butthead games. I think I rented maybe the one for the Genesis. Yeah, I think that's the case. It might have been Super Nintendo, but I think it was Genesis. Yeah, that was because I was obviously a fan of the show. I think I was a bit young when it was getting big. A bit younger than the intended demographic, but I still watched it. Watched it with my mom, actually. I feel like that's probably not a very typical case. It's probably one of those shows where the parent typically doesn't want a younger child to be watching it. But, yeah, I watched it with her, even though I was younger than the intended demographic. And we even went to the movie, I remember, when it was in theaters. And it was like a hard PG-13, and I was definitely not 13 at the time. So I remember feeling like, I don't know if I should be watching this, but I still enjoyed it. Yeah, from what I recall, the show was a lot of fun. I think it probably still holds up. I mean, Mike Judge is a very, very smart writer with a lot of great projects under his belt, and yeah, Beavis and Butthead, definitely one of them. I think they did a revival recently. Don't know if that was any good, but the classic show. I mean, I haven't really revisited it, but I think it was definitely pretty good. And the movie too. The movie I think is kind of peak Beavis and Butthead. Yeah, the games. I vaguely remember the one for the Genesis, I believe, so if that's included here, that may trigger some nostalgia, some memories, but I guess we'll find out soon enough. Here we go.
The Angry Video Game Nerd is not real.
Okay.
You know those dreams you just don't want to wake up from?
I wonder why we have a disclaimer on this one, and not usually.
The Angry Video Game Nerd is not real, he is a character. Some of the games he plays would cause a person to lose their mind, break something, or get hurt.
I believe it.
Put it another way, don't try this at home.
Did Beavis and Butthead start with a disclaimer like that?
Beavis
I think it might have.
Butthead was a sensation. On the surface, it seemed like the most mindless, idiotic show on television, but on closer examination, it was funnier and smarter than you'd think.
Yeah,
there
I mean,
two
it's
segments
Mike
to the show. First, there is the narrative segments. This is where you'd see the characters leave the house and interact with society. They'd cause all kinds of trouble and act without discipline. They seem to represent some kind of teenage primal inner self, a warning of what our generation may come to if we don't subdue that inner self, a social satire covered in fart jokes. The other part of the show is
this is the same guy who wrote and directed Idiocracy, so I think it's kind of a similar theme too.
It gave us a contrast to the formal critic who traditionally tries to compose themselves in a professional, intelligent way, but really all you need is two jackasses sitting on a couch making fun of shit. Beavis and Butthead pioneered today's various styles of reviewing media. Speaking of media, it only seemed natural that they appeared in video games, like this one on Sega Genesis.
Anything that gets that big.
During the show's popularity. So, a game based on Beavis and Butthead? We're there, dude. This is gonna be cool. Or is it?
Yeah, I do kind of remember this opening screen for the game.
The plot goes like this. Beavis and Butthead get tickets to a Gwar concert, but a dog eats the tickets, barfs them up, then they get shredded in a riding mower, scattering the pieces of the tickets all over town, and you gotta find them.
Okay, would they be accepted?
But so is the show. In fact, everything about the game is in tune with the show. The humor is there, and the game's graphics look just like the show's animation style. It feels like you're playing a Beavis and Butthead episode. The controls take some time to get used to. It's hard to tell where you're allowed to walk. In the house, you're stuck on a two-dimensional path, even though it appears that you have a whole three-dimensional space to explore. The first thing you do is search the house for items, but anytime I try searching the couch, I end up selecting the TV, and it doesn't let you go back. The TV is the main hub where you select what stage to go to next. Like Burger World, the fast food joint. Here, I'm wandering around behind the place. There's a door that requires a passcode. Okay, where do I find that? I'll check out the dumpster. Nope, nothing here. Just a dead rat. Looking around. Wait a minute, how do I get back to the dumpster? There's no logical sense of direction. Try playing it with two players and you're screwed. You're both always going to be moving in different directions, causing the screen to change at inconvenient times, unless one player leads and masters the art of lightning-fast communication. Now, where's the passcode? I looked everywhere. You know where to find it? I know. In the Cheater's Guide. That's where.
Okay.
The passcode is Butthead? Okay, I thought it was just going to be numbers. I didn't know it was going to spell out a word. Why does the finger go in between the keys? It shouldn't do that. I hit the wrong key. How do I delete it? Oh, core? That's the backspace key? What's core? Correct? Correct.
I guess.
Oh my god. Why couldn't they just have DEL for delete? And you know, who would ever be named Butthead anyway? Maybe his parents intended it to be pronounced Butthead. Okay, now we're inside. That was way too much hassle. There's a guy demanding service. You go in the back to get his meal. You're supposed to drop the rat into the fryer along with some fries. So, did I drop it? Or what? What am I supposed to do? Oh, the drop button up there is not for dropping the items into the fryer. No, it's for dropping them on the floor, which is so conveniently hidden by the foreground plane that you would never know the difference. To drop them in the fryer, you select the items, then use the C button.
Okay.
Silly me. I'm such a shit.
Yeah, I remember the look of this game.
Self-explanatory. Drop the
but
item
I
in the
don't
fryer by
remember
selecting
doing any of this, so...
Figuring this game out is as awkward as trying to wipe your ass in the
I don't
dark
think
with
I got
a piece
very
of
far
floss
when
while
I was
doing a
a kid.
handstand. Or like a one-legged cat trying to bury a turd on a frozen pond. So then you feed the guy this glorious dead rat Happy Meal. Yeah. He pukes it up. And what comes out? A piece of the tickets. How did he eat a piece of the tickets? I know it's just a game, but come on! That'd be like
Maybe
if
the
I ripped
rat
up a
did?
piece of paper and then somehow a piece ended up in a dog's ass across the street. Everywhere you walk, there's something on the ground trying to kill you. Beavis and Butthead each have their own health meter, so you can switch
What is
between
that?
them to
Where are
conserve
they?
health, but it doesn't take long for it to
Why are
drain.
there many-
And it
so many
doesn't matter
skeletons?
who dies, whether it's Beavis or Butthead, all it takes is one of them, and the game's over. No extra lives, no continues, nothing. You can save the game, but you have to make it back alive to the exit, return to the house, and go to the poster where you can put the piece of the tickets in a safe place. Then it gives you a password. But after you die, it doesn't continue. It still resets back to the beginning. In other words, every time you die, you have to enter the password. It shouldn't make you do that! The purpose of a password is for when you turn the game off and come back another time!
Yeah, that's a bit annoying.
Okay, so let's enter the password. Wait, I picked password? What happened? Watch as I clearly highlight password. I hit start, and the game starts up from the beginning, as if nothing happened. You have to hit
button?
A, or possibly any of the other buttons. Now you get the password screen. Yay! But it's made of upper and lowercase letters.
God.
When you're writing that down, how are you going to tell the difference between an upper and lowercase X or O or K? What about the L? That's not even a real lowercase L. It's just a smaller uppercase L. And how are you
Wait, it doesn't
supposed
look
to
like
enter
an
the
I
password
guess?
when the damn arm is in the fucking way?
Although we have a
Mint Mobile Unlimited Premium Wireless.
Surify, so it's not really a problem.
Everything going up during inflation. We thought we'd bring our prices down. So to help us, we...
The dumbasses who made this game have all the intelligence of a brick? Combined? Did Beavis and Butthead design this game?
I mean, it's possible.
Alright, done. What's happening?
You push start now?
Okay, guess what button you press this time? Start?
Yeah.
Wait, where's my fucking health? Where's my fucking items? The ticket piece is still there, but other than that, the password is useless. What good is a password if you're almost dead and all your items are gone? I don't want to collect this shit all over again. This game is less fun than 52 card pickup. I don't even know what to say. I'm out of words. So, how do you refill your health? One way, you could eat the rotten burger next to the dumpster, then go to the sick room at the hospital, if you can make it that far before the burger continuously drains all your health. And even if you make it that far, good luck getting back out of the hospital. They block the exit with some fart knocker who thinks he's at a barbecue. At first I thought he was wearing a doctor's smock, but it's a cooking apron. And he has a burger on a spatula, I guess. I think they put him on the wrong stage by accident. By the way, there is a quicker way to get out of a stage, by choosing sucks. But all the items you collected in the stage are now gone, making it pointless. Another way to get health is to shoot a million spitballs at these police officers who look like Don Knotts. They sometimes give you health. But look at how many hits it takes to kill this butt munch. Every stage, no matter where you go, the enemies are too abundant, and if you step back an inch, another one spawns in its place. You're caught in a surge of bowling balls, skateboards, and pedestrians.
Yeah.
Jeez, enough is enough. There should be a name for this kind of game. Actually, there is. It's called crap. There's a part where you get a gun, but most of the enemies in this area are all birds and rats, which are next to impossible to shoot. The rats especially, because they're too close to the ground. Did you think you can duck and shoot? No, you can't. In the sewers, most of the gaps are too wide to
I guess
jump.
they didn't want them to have a gun on a level with human enemies.
Over there!
That could be kind of...
Fuck! You know what, you fucking game? I banged your mom. The part I hate most of all is the hospital. You're racing down the halls, and there's a naked guy chasing after you. If he catches you, it's game over. Why is he naked anyway? I know why he's naked. Because he has no clothes on. And what are these things? Health? No! In any real game, a white container with a red cross on it is always health. But not in this piece of shit. Here, they slow you down. And you're in the middle of the screen, giving you no time to react. It's over. I don't know. I guess to give a closing statement, while viewed on its own merits, it is non-derivative of its genre. However, when it has an originality, it lacks in fun. Though it tries to bear the mantle of a problem-solving thinking game, it speaks less to the brain and more to the anus. I don't know. It's one of the most brutal, most unforgiving, worst games I ever played. It's so bad it goes beyond analysis, and I've critiqued so many games, I don't even know what to say anymore. That's it. It says it right there. The game is telling me that it sucks. That's all I need to say.
I mean, at least it's honest.
This game sucks. That's the phrase it all comes down to. That's where it all started. This game sucks. Beavis and Butthead taught me everything I need to know. You know what else they taught me? Change it. Yeah, that's how you critique it. You just say, this sucks. Yeah. You know when you eat rump roast, are you like eating a cow's butt? You know the word this is like shit spelled backwards? Or maybe it isn't.
Almost.
Maybe I should like play another game or something? Alright, here's one on Super Nintendo. I guess if we're like going 16-bit, then... you know. Yes, yes, lives. It has lives. And whoa, you can duck. This game is like easier to figure out. It's just gooder. You don't gotta figure out what butt on. I said butt on. You don't gotta think in this game. Just move right and beat everything with a stick. Yeah, beat that stick. Look at the birds taking a dump. Hey, look, there's Daria.
Oh,
Diarrhea. You can, like, switch between Beavis and Butthead, but why? In the other game, they have their own health bars, but this time they don't. Sometimes you can do co-op moves like
different
this,
moves,
but
or?
not that much. No, it's weird. It has the same plot and almost all the same stages as the Genesis version, like the hospital and the high school, but they're different. So they made the same game, but it's
Just
not
better?
the same game. Wouldn't it have been easier to, like, make the same game once instead of make the same game twice or something? I'm like dead. You still gotta put the password in to keep playing? Okay, putting the password in. Let's go.
Oh. Yeah, same problem there.
No lives? Health almost gone? Fuck! I am the great Cornholio! I need TP for my bunghole!
Oh, wow.
Yeah! Fire! Fire! Fire!
Nice.
Fire! Fire! Fire!
Yeah, great job with the references to the show. I think
You
James
won't believe.
James did a lot for that one. That was that was fun. And yeah, the Super Nintendo one doesn't look nearly as bad. Like, it has a lot less of the same problems, but still, I mean, that password thing is kind of unforgivable. Like, why even have a password system if yeah, it's not gonna or if it's going to save you at such a vulnerable state where it's basically hopeless anyway. Yeah. I mean, it's probably a good thing that games moved away from from any kind of password system at all pretty quickly after this era of gaming. But yeah. I'm kind of stunned by the fact that I clearly remember that Genesis game, but I don't remember doing any of the things that he showed in the game, which probably just tells me that I literally just played it for a few hours and never really accomplished anything. But yeah, this was a fun one. I definitely think he did a good job of nailing the whole vibe of Beavis and Butthead, and it made for a fun review. Anyway, hope you liked the reaction. Let me know if you did, and see you in the next one.